Good morning, folks, on the western slope. Check out how beautiful that sunrise is right over the Book Cliffs this morning with those beautiful clear skies. I'm your meteorologist, Barrett Venson. Today we have summer in full swing with some of those temperatures we're going to reach with fire weather warnings present today and winds expected to increase for this afternoon. We're starting at 64 degrees this morning in Grand Junction with 15-mile-an-hour winds, so we already are starting a little bit windy here in Grand Junction. Everywhere else is staying kind of calm as far as those winds are looking, and as far as later on today goes, they are expected to increase. We're going to get more of this southwesterly flow providing all of that warm, dry air coming off of those four corner regions and into the southwest, really keeping us in those summer-like conditions. I keep saying that because we have 90s on the board here in Grand Junction for the rest of this week. Now, speaking of all of that warm air being moved into the region, our lower levels are going to remain very dry. So this radar on the western slope and really the entire state of Colorado is looking very clear for today. And as far as the weather alerts are going for the western side of Colorado, lots of red flag warnings in effect today. We do have that fire weather very, very prominent for this time of year, and we have that windy southwesterly flow to continue, bringing in those warmer temperatures to cause those potential fuels to get closer to the ignition point, also really keeping us dry, and those high wind speeds spread the fire. So you got warmer temperatures getting those fuels closer to ignition point. You have dry air to remove the moisture from those potential fuels, and then high wind speeds to help spread those potential fires. So those three things coupled together really hiking up those chances for fire. So definitely be aware of those open flames. As far as that pollen outlook is looking for today, most of it's brought to you by grass and mold. Slight uptick in trees because we've been a little bit windy. However, looking at those highs for today, we'll start in Moab, close to 100 degrees. And then as we get towards the western slope, slightly cooler, 95 in Grand Junction, 95 in Delta. And then over higher elevations, Glenwood Springs, Aspen, Gunnison staying in the 80s for those highs. And then as far as the lows are looking for tonight, beautiful 50s and 60s for those overnight conditions. So great overnight conditions. And then for tomorrow, those highs are going to be getting into the 90s. Same ballpark, just a little bit slightly cooler, especially in Montrose, Paonia, and then western higher elevation areas getting into those mid to lower 80s. Now, for that extended forecast, we're staying in the 90s all the way until Sunday with clear skies in Grand Junction. Now, Montrose, same thing except for a little bit cooler. They're going to be remaining in the 80s mostly this week with overnight lows in the 50s and 60s with clear skies, a little hazy tomorrow and Wednesday, but overall, summer conditions are here as summer is in full swing.